Reseller Locker Room coming at you in this episode. We're going to accomplish a number of different things. First, it's just the three of us. First thing, I want to get it out of the way, Alex. We're going to get down in the mud, so to speak.
All right.
And then we're going to talk about the different show segments. Plus, we're going to talk about some information about the East Tennessee Reseller Meetup. Stick around. We have no idea what's coming out of our mouths, including me.
Flip or die. The Resellers Locker Room podcast. The Resellers of entertainment and zero instruction. Out on the road hitting thrift store gold. Three wild men with stories untold. Beard kings growling, Rocky Tops wild. CJ's laughing like a metalhead child. Sipping brews in a cheap motel. Talking deals and tales we never sell. This ain't no class, it's a backstage pass to the resale game with some serious sass. Flip or die. We're living fast in the reseller sky.
Welcome back, ladies and children. My name is Ben, the Rocky Top Picker. Jefferson down below and Alex across the way. You got the three of us this week in this episode. What is up, fellas?
Ladies and children? No men watching the show, just ladies and children.
Okay, well, yeah, I kind of goofed that up. Sorry.
I mean, how many kids do we really, does it show on the back end of how many kids we have? Because
I hope we don't have any children watching this
No,
content.
they shouldn't. Even my kids, and the youngest one's 30. They probably shouldn't stay away from it.
It's probably not a good idea to have your kids watch this. My bad.
My kids used to until Jefferson showed up, and then they can't watch it anymore.
Well, that's for good reason. Yeah.
Well,
Hey.
what is new in everyone's reselling life?
Well, I went to Knoxville yesterday, took my friend Andy, who you're going to meet because he is in my video when we recorded yesterday.
Mhm.
He went down. He's going to start. Well, he's been selling a little bit on eBay, but not enough to say that he really is. But he's now going to begin, him and his wife. And they're members of the Moose where I'm at. So we hang out every weekend. So he went down with me. I invited him to go. Filmed it. And he bought a box to test the water.
Yeah.
I bought 5 because that's all I could fit. And naturally, I've not opened them. When we get done recording this episode, well, by the time you see this on Thursday, I will have another video out on the Rocky Top Picker channel. You want to go check that out. So he did open his mystery box on camera, and I won't get into what all he got. You just have to watch the video, but he was happy with it.
Well, that one item we were talking on the phone earlier would pay for the whole box pretty much, right?
Yes.
I mean, you can talk about the one item at least.
Yeah.
It's in
Cow
that box.
tags.
Cow tags.
You know those tag numbers that go in their ears?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this whole bundled, they're plastic flap tags, and there's a whole sealed bag, and even the instrument, like a pair of pliers to punch them into the ear of the cow. He got all that out of that box, plus a lot more stuff.
Can I borrow that? I can get a new piercing. I can get a
Yeah,
cow tag on my ear.
I was
Right.
going to shoot one right here and get me a bull ring put in my nose. But yeah,
Good
That
luck.
would be pretty woke of you.
cheers to that. Mountain Dew it. Oh, no, I got to tell you this because Jefferson, you could appreciate this. Last night at the Moose, they usually have karaoke every Friday night. Well, we had it Friday night, but we also had it last night, and it was themed. It was called Redneck Karaoke Party, where they asked everybody to dress up like rednecks. Now,
You didn't have to change, huh? You just
I
came
didn't have to
as
do
people.
anything. I just had
Yeah.
to I
Show
just had to show up, right? And they would do this event after I whack all my hair off. But anyway, we played these games and they had these questions, trivia questions about Southern redneck stuff. And I was sitting beside this lady. I think her name was Brenda. She's probably in her late 60s, but she is a pistol. And one of the questions was, they had a question about, about Mountain Dew, and you had to provide your answer. So she started writing, and then she just started hee-hawing after everything she would. So she gave X-rated answers to every question.
My kind of
So I read that question about the Mountain Dew, and she wrote down, it's what a man does to a woman, you Mountain Dewer.
That's good.
And then another one was, what is a hoedown? And she wrote down, that's when you throw your girlfriend down on the ground and take advantage of her. So it was just ridiculous, something to that effect. I couldn't tell you exact words because I don't want to have to edit. But anyway, yeah, that was fun.
Nice.
Hoedown.
So what about you fellas?
I went yard selling with the whole family. We've been doing that. It's 2 weeks in a row of yard selling now. So I spent $21. One of the books has sold comps at 75 to 30. Like, it's kind of all over the place, and everything else, even if I sell that for 30, I'll be all profit after that. Got book sets that are going on eBay, and then a whole bunch of small vintage books that I'll probably run on Whatnot, and then clothing and all that stuff. Just for live selling. I just kind of been picking to do live selling.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Buying hard goods and soft goods, you kind of getting away from that. What were you going to do with all that? So you're going to do that for your live shows.
I want to eventually get up to 3 shows a week, and 2 are going to be book shows, and then 1 maybe on like a Wednesday would just kind of be random to test the waters with other items over on Whatnot. Yep. Or I could save those and go back over to District where I know I could sell them. The clothes I always did well when I did thread shows over there, or like over on Jake's platform, First Class Treasures. I mean, the last show I did with Archie, that was one of my better live shows over there. So I'm still keeping that option open, but I want to try it on Whatnot first. And if it doesn't do well on Whatnot, then I'll go back to the District app, and then there's nowhere for me to do books on District. There's not a platform to do it. So that's why I'm over on Whatnot, just doing the book shows, which I've had good shows and I've had a lot of bad shows. I did a show Friday and I sold $12 worth of things. So it wasn't really worth my time.
It sounds like an opportunity to open up a marketplace just to sell books live.
Yeah, I don't think it's the right platform to even do that.
It may not be ideal yet, Alex, but as it grows, why not get in on the bottom level and grow the thing?
There's multiple book markets, but they have no traction at all. And what I've noticed between District and Whatnot is there's resellers. Obviously, there's people sourcing on Whatnot, but there's people just buying for their own personal collection. So you have the opportunity to sell. I mean, let's talk about Max, the book guy. Yeah. He sells stuff for more than it sells on eBay. I watched it today. He's selling over eBay prices, and he's grown that audience. When you're on District, it's only other resellers. There's not other book resellers over on the District app that know, and this is no offense to anyone over there, but there's not knowledgeable book sellers over there at all. So what I'm seeing when it comes to District, you're only selling to other resellers right now. Well, and I'm sure over time, it's going to grow, and then, people are going to go over there to buy things they want to.
Okay.
It's not there yet, though.
So this group you guys belong to, the paper gold thing.
No, Jefferson's a quitter already.
Oh,
I think I'm not a quitter already. Right now, I'm not really reselling a whole lot. I did yard sale this weekend, but I can't really take advantage of what I can learn there. So there's no reason to spend $30, $29.95 a month for me right now. So I just stop. And when I get settled and back in an area where I can resell more, it was very informative. And I'm a member until July or September 2nd. So I can still go for a couple more.
Well, Alex, I just don't want you to quickly dismiss the idea of starting your own marketplace on District just because there's mainly resellers that are the buyers there, because you're tapped into the paper gold community, of which you could advertise that new marketplace to, as well as all your social media platforms. So just your voice alone can advertise and help bring book buyers over to that said new established marketplace.
Yeah,
If
but
you want to put the work in.
no, I don't want to put the work in. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
and all the people in paper gold, everyone is like, when Max, we do raid trains over there, it's all on Whatnot. And you look at someone like Max is established now and he's got a following. There's no reason for him to leave Whatnot when he's doing $1,000, $600 every show.
Yeah.
He's not going to leave. So I'm just not going to do it. I think the book community on Whatnot's actually really good. I'm enjoying the community over on Whatnot. So I'm going to keep trying to build over there. I think in the long run, it's worth putting my time into Whatnot. Like, the sky's the limit over on Whatnot. And unfortunate right now, it's kind of limited on the other platforms.
Okay. That's fair. Jeffy, what did you do over the weekend, buddy?
I went to work on Saturday. I worked all day Saturday. That was fun. And then Sunday, I got up early, did some yard selling. I got a little odds and ends stuff, nothing spectacular. And then there's people staying in the front house. So I went to the laundromat and did laundry. That was the first time I've done that in a while. Yeah.
First time you've done laundry in a while?
No, in a laundromat. You had to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was very insightful. I'm like, wow. I think I've owned my own laundry, washer and dryer in my house for at least the last 20 years. And I paid like $7 to use a washing machine.
Hey, laundromats are a lucrative business.
Exactly. I mean, I didn't sort nothing. I just shoved everything in one big thing. And the dryer was cheaper to use than the wash machine. I think I remember it used to be the other way around, but maybe it's just me. But it definitely was I didn't do research, so I think I was in the wrong place for me to be in. So that was kind of interesting hanging out. I just sat in my car and watched movies while my stuff washed. So that's my exciting Sunday. And then got back here around 3:00.
I'm trying to think if I've ever been in a laundromat, because I've always owned washer and dryers or rented places that had them.
Yeah. I mean,
I had my own set, but I sold it because I'm just renting now.
I've used laundromats before, years and years ago.
Yeah, Sunday is a pretty busy place on a Sunday. And I don't know, like 12% of the people speak English. The rest of them didn't. But it might have been where I chose to go. So
I may need to go hang out down at the laundromat. I might be able to meet somebody at the laundromat.
Couple hot chicks.
You can tell a lot about a person by seeing what kind of clothes they have to wash and wear. You know what I mean?
Hey, before you put that in there, can I see that? Oh, never mind.
You're like, ooh, she wears lace undergarments. Okay. That's high maintenance. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We ain't going off on that tangent because it can go really afoul. Let's get into the mud, Alex. You had something you wanted to talk about.
Reseller burnout. I've been dealing with burnout for the last 2 weeks, where now this comes to reselling, just listing. I have no motivation to list anything. And I had no motivation to make any more content. So I didn't feel like editing. So I did a live last Sunday. It was just a random pop-up live. So I at least still put something out, and I knew I didn't have to edit it. I'm not going to do that tonight. So that means I'm going to have to stay up and edit. But this kind of brings me to a point. I mean, right before I got on here, I was reading a post from Thrift Trotter talking. I didn't read the whole post. I get into it. I know you saw it too, talking about what sold and being over what sold videos. And I mean, I relate to that too. Like, I don't want to do what sold videos anymore. But as a content creator, when it comes to reselling, we're still kind of limited on what we can do. Either it's yard selling videos or what sold videos. And I don't like filming, going yard selling. I just really don't really worry about taking a camera out and doing all that. So that leaves me with what sold videos. I have some videos that I do need to edit that are going to finally be different, but I already have the what sold videos edited or recorded. So I might as well get through those. Right. And then I have some of the big bulk buyouts that I did, which is more like a vlog style. which I am excited to edit those ones, but I have to get through all the freaking what sold videos first.
Why? Why can't you just jump to that
Because I can't.
personal thing?
Personal
OCD?
thing. Yeah.
OCD.
Yeah.
I
can't let things go away. Like it's, I don't know. I'm weird like that.
That's all right. I mean, I moved anything that had my face off of my CJ Benz, and I'm doing Jefferson flips. So I'm doing shipping and sipping, where I try various alcohols.
And that's
pack
cool.
my packages.
Yeah, and that's cool because you're putting a twist on like
it's a what sold
video, but it's a twist, which I do enjoy those videos. I think it's a cool concept.
You could try different types of buds. I mean, so I'm thinking for you.
Try different types
This
of
is
what?
a pineapple kush.
I don't even smoke. I don't even know what you're talking about. So do that. I mean, I could pick up the habit, I guess.
You can find something.
There's content everywhere on YouTube talking about reseller burnout. It's real.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been through it. I'm in and out of it a lot.
I know, but now you just came out of it, and now I feel like I'm going into it. But it's even just, I can look at my listings because I write down how much I list every day, and I was averaging 300. Yesterday, I listed $70 worth. So it was like 2 items, and I was over it. I've listed one thing today. Luckily, it's a $600 book set, so I hit my numbers. And then, like, even doing Whatnot is, you have to bring energy, because live selling to me is more about entertainment. The selling is secondary, and what you're selling. As long as you're entertaining the people, they're going to buy from you.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of energy. And I had a crappy show, so it's hard to get back on and do another show after you wasted an hour of your life and you made $12 before fees. So I'm going to make like $6. Like, it's not even worth my time,
I see what you're saying. But here's the thing. And you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I know you pretty well over the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you, to my knowledge, I don't think you or Bethany and the kids, you all took any kind of a vacation, whatever that would entail.
No.
I think that's important. At least take a week in the 365 days. Take a week off. And even if it's not a full week, let's say it's a Thursday through Sunday and you get started back on Monday. Just something to break away from the daily monotony of having to list and all,
Well, that's my issue with eBay. I'm sick of being a slave to eBay, and you have to show up every day and list something, or they don't push your stuff out. And people can argue with me about that. Oh, you just got to list good things. No, you got to list every day, or your sales will just, even if you have good stuff in your store, if you don't put up a certain amount of items every day, the traffic will just stop.
Yep.
So,
and
some people might have a different opinion about that, but I think all of us would agree that you need to be listing consistently good if So my future goal would be to be able to take a week off and still be making money. And if I could build live selling to that, I don't have to be a slave to live selling. I can set up what days I want to do my show, right? And I can take a week off from that. An audience will hopefully still be there when I come back. Sending things into Amazon, you just send off a box to Amazon. You don't have to send a box every day to Amazon. You still will get sales if you have good inventory over on Amazon.
Well, overall, it's a trade-off, really. You're either going to trade your time to go work for somebody else, punch a clock, pull your 8 hours, punch out, go home, you're wore out, and then you really don't feel like doing anything else.
Yeah.
Or you work the job, then you got to come home and then you got to set and list, or you got to spend an enormous amount of time listing. And that's, to me, that's whether you are listing and dropping live then or building a draft bank. You could take 2 days and build up 250 drafts, and then you could spread them out over 2 weeks, and you wouldn't have to necessarily list every day that way. I mean, there's a million ways to do it, but you have to find the silver lining in the whole situation. As bad as reselling can make us feel, you're either going to have to deal with what it involves you having to do, or you give that up essentially and go work for somebody else. I mean, it's an either or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
And
I'm doing more stuff that contributes to getting burnt out when you're doing social media too. So your free time when you're not listing, now I'm doing social media and editing videos and shooting videos. I mean, that's what kind of hurts too, you know. Everything I do is around my job.
Yeah.
Like there's no time away from it whatsoever.
well, I agree. And there are resellers out there that make a ton of money. And I know a few of them that don't do any social media. They don't get involved with it. And for good reason.
Yeah.
If it's not making you money, do not dedicate time to it.
It's a double-edged sword for me though, because there's opportunities that never would have happened if I wasn't on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like free, you know, like getting the scanner for a free product. Other things have been presented to me that I won't, you know, get into detail, but it's helping my business. And the only reason it happened is because I've been obviously here on the podcast and my own channel and these opportunities happening.
Yeah. If you weren't on Instagram, you wouldn't be here. That's where I found you, remember?
And then how much life would be easier.
Oh, come on, dude. This is a cakewalk compared to every other iron you got in the fire.
But yeah, the social media though is fun. I find that to be fun most of the time, you know, playing around with that, trying to figure out how to get a video, you know, trying to figure out what the next thing to do is.
It sucks though when you edit for 3 hours, like what is the average takes me 2 to 4 hours every video, and you get 100 views on the video.
Wow. Why does it take you that many hours?
Because I got to edit out all the nonsense and then I rewatch it back. I go through at least 2 to 3 times before it's finally done.
Okay.
That's why I did a live, so I didn't have to edit anything, you know. I was just like, I'm just going to do what sold lives, and then that's my what sold for the week.
Well, when I'm doing one of my videos on my channel, I can do an edit in less than 30 minutes.
Not mine.
Yeah.
I use Descript. If you haven't tried it, check it out. I think it works well. It's got a bunch of AI features built into it now.
Yeah.
And it takes your video, and they just added in there where it'll do a pre-edit, which I tried. It didn't like it, but I think that'll get better, where it'll go through, and if there's anything that, like, if you did 3 takes on something because you didn't say it right, it'll pick one and put that in there and things like that.
Yeah.
You know, but I like how it makes it a Word document, and then you can just edit the Word document. Plus,
I saw advertising
your voice. So if it has my voice, so if I say the wrong word, like if I say, oh, you know, the top 7 and really should have been the top 8, I just retype 8 and my voice says 8.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of cool. I mean, it's a great program. I was using it since 2020 because I had an old podcast that didn't work out, but I kept it, and then I can't put it on hold. And then when I started this process again 2 years ago or whatever, I went in to go get it again since I was on hold to let me restart my account. So I'm luckily I was a beta tester, so I'm kind of caught in this. I only pay $50 a month for all the functions and unlimited stuff. So that's kind of cool. So I'll probably never get rid of it, but I really do like the way it works. And I've tried a couple other some of those editing softwares are way too complicated. This is streamlined, easy to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard there's one that takes out like all the ums and the buts out of the whole video, because I'm deleting all stuff like that.
Yes,
if you watch one of my videos, there's never a part where I'm not talking. Like I don't leave any gaps where I'm not talking.
Yeah.
So it does take a while to go through.
That is a one button click with the script.
Yeah, that
all
would save
filler
me.
words. Just hit the button, takes all the filler words out.
Mm-hmm.
It takes 1 second.
Well, it's a matter of what you get used to. Like when you turn your camera on, when you become more and more conscious of what I would call bad speaking habits, of long pauses in between what you're saying, or if you become totally conscious when that red light comes on, not to do any of that, that'll help cut down on how much you got to edit out too. I mean, it's been in my case.
Yeah.
So
it's easier to get burnt out though if you're doing social media on top of reselling full time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's not easy. It's easy, but it's got its challenges, just like anything, any job, you know. Can anybody do it? No, I don't think anybody. Well, anybody can. Will everybody do it? No. For the reasons, Alex, you just were talking all about, you know, the time and the dedication, the commitment. You know, we're down here spinning our wheels, trying to put forth a good product, whether we're selling an item or putting out a product, which is a video. We want people to watch. We want people to enjoy. Can we make them? No. When we don't get a response we were hoping for, it's a letdown. It makes you question everything about what you're doing. We've all been there. I mean, I have a million times. And
I mean, I started that new channel like 2 weeks ago. I have 6 subscribers. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, I started the short channel, and that is just a waste of my time. I forget to post on there, so I just started putting shorts back on my other channel. I mean, I did one last week because I didn't put out a video, so I didn't think it was going to affect my long form video because I never put one out anyway. So
yeah, I did the regular and a shorts channel. The shorts channel, it's got like a hell of a lot more views. It only has one less subscriber, but you know, my main channel that I'm playing with, I think right now I got like 30 views in 2 weeks. But it's not discouraging. You know,
I can't get any views on my short channel, but when I put the shorts, my last short on my main channel, I still did over 1,000. So
yeah.
Well, Alex, here's you an idea for content you can do once a week in a video. The day in the life of a reseller.
Yeah.
When you wake up, before you roll out of bed, turn your camera on, film yourself getting out of bed, doing your morning routine, set the camera off on a tripod to the side while you're listing or sorting or packing. Just put excerpts of it and take it through the whole day till you go to bed at night.
That's going to be one video, and then I can't keep making the same video because it's going to look the same every day because I do the exact damn thing, same thing every day of my life. I get up, I send off offers on eBay, I check my Instagram, I do a post at 7 o'clock on Instagram. When you know, and take the kids to school, I do the same thing every day.
Well, I drew that idea from Paul Philly Flipper because for almost 2 years on his channel, that's what he did. He would fix his breakfast. He'd do a light lunch, fix his dinner in the kitchen. It'd show him cooking, shows him sitting down at the table, and he's talking to the camera. And he's like in the morning, he tells everybody what's coming up in the day.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just a thought because me and my friend Andy, when we went down to Knoxville yesterday, we were talking about YouTube and all that stuff. And matter of fact, Alex, when you meet him, he's a drummer. He's in a band.
Oh, right on.
And he said, I've noticed, he goes, I watch quite a bit of YouTube because with his job, he travels on planes every week. He leaves out Monday morning and flies to a different state, but he's home every weekend. So he watches YouTube. He says, I watch a lot of daily vlog and daily travel channel kind of stuff where they go to destinations and daily vlogs.
Yeah.
But the views are just through the bloody roofs. Kind of like Adam the Woo, who I watch a lot of. He does a daily vlog. He says the views are more than a lot of reselling videos. And I explained to him, the resale community is such a small niche on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody finds reselling interesting because there's a segment that thinks we're a bunch of crooks, but that's another subject. But
I'm with them.
Damn crooks.
But yeah. But anyway, I'm just saying different content brings different levels of views.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
There's still resellers out there that do great views though too. So it's not.
Well, a lot of them have been hoeing the road for many, many, many years before everybody else started jumping on. Like Kevin, you know, he was one of the first out of the chute. Harry Tornado, one of the first out of the chute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was hoeing the road too, but I'm married now.
Go ahead, Jefferson.
I just get him out. He's just hoeing the road. Just him, dick, and a bunch of bitches. Just no, but so I'm trying to figure out what I think I need to do on my channel. I'm doing the shipping and sipping. I'm doing some basic tips like how to build a box to fit an item, things like that I think people will find useful. But I believe reselling is more of a hobby you can make money at for most people. I don't think it's something they want to put 60 hours into to make enough to make a living. I think a lot of people out there, and this is where I am and was, I still want my regular job because I want to make sure my bills are paid. But I did it wrong in the beginning. I took all the money I made and bought a crap ton of stuff. I think my new thing that I'm going to try, and I had my camera today when I went to yard sales. I didn't find anything, so I'm probably not going to use any of that footage. But I did have it on like a little tripod or whatever the thing is that moves, gimbal. I don't want to wear it, and I don't want to have it all with me all the time. It seems weird to me. I don't know. But I think what people should really look at is I think you could make $1,000 a month doing this. If you took your Saturdays and went yard sailing or wherever way you want to get your product, I think you could make $1,000 a month as a hobby.
Yeah.
On the side. I think what you guys are doing is harder. You got to depend on all of it. Plus you both doing social media, plus you're doing all this other stuff. So your time is, I mean, you didn't want a 40-hour a week job, but you gave yourself an 80-hour a week job instead.
Now that's a fair.
I would be there with you guys, but I still work 60 hours a week at my job. But I want to make, my goal is to figure out how to make this business make me $1,000 to $1,500 a month on the side, and then build up. And I've been building up my store. I want to build up my YouTube and get to the point that when I'm 65 and 13 years from now and I retire, I can continue to do this on the side. I have people that work for me who should have been retired that get their Social Security, but they still work for me, but they can only make 22,000 to 25,000, depending on where they fall into the thing, a year, without having to give all the money back to the government. I think this would be a good job if you're retired, if you could figure out how to get $20,000 extra a year by taking your Saturday and going yard sailing and being very specific on what you pick, and only pick the bangers and the other stuff walk away from. That's what I need to learn, because I buy a bunch. If it's a quarter, damn it, I'm buying it. I can sell it for $10. I'm in. It might take me 2.5 years to sell it, but I think I think as a hobby, this is a great hobby. In my past, when I lived in California, I bowled. I was in the business professional and warehouse men's and all these different things. That basically my weekends, one of those organizations, whether it was the Elks, the Moose, or the Eagles, I was there cooking at one of them for one of those days, or I was out doing something like that. So all my free time I was giving away for free. And I started this as a way to have a hobby that didn't cost me money. And then I went crazy and bought $40,000 worth of inventory, and now I'm paying for 2 storage units. My fault. But, I think this is a great opportunity for people who want to have a hobby that makes them some money.
I agree with you.
Makes sense.
And to be fair, there are people who do this as a hobby that make way more than $1,000 a month.
Yeah, I think it was easy. You could make $1,000 a month. I think you could take $20 a weekend, buy stuff, and turn that your 4 weekends in a month, that $80 into $1,000 easily in profit. That's going to be what I'm going to try to do with my new YouTube channel. Is, hey, can you do this as a hobby? And then videotape myself going to find this stuff, listing it on eBay, and selling it.
Well, yeah, this has been good points of view on this particular topic. And Alex, I guess what I'd have to say to you is good times come and go, but so do the bad ones. And this too, my friend, shall pass. And we're down one day, we're down 1 week, but we're up the next. It'll pass. You just got to ride it through.
Well, I think what really started this me feeling burnt out is doing the bulk buys. And bulk buying is not for everyone.
No.
Yeah.
Because I haven't left my house since the Nashville Reseller Meetup. This is the last time I went to the bins, the last time I went yard selling. Until 2 weeks ago, I don't need to go yard selling because I still have 20 boxes of books I've already paid for.
Yeah.
But I'm falling into depression by sitting at home doing the same thing day in and day out. So I'm at least getting some enjoyment going picking and having fun with my family. You know, not like I need to go spend money and buy any more inventory, but for mental, you know, just for mental health, I need to leave the damn house. So going forward, I probably not going to chase after this bulk buying, thing. It's just not mentally. It's not good for me staying at home.
Well,
I'd rather be at the bins in the chaos every day when I never know what's going to happen. You know, it's an adventure every day there.
because it's unpredictable.
It's unpredictable. And I like that. That's how I like things, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I admire you with these bulk buys, and you've done well with the deals you've made on all this bulk stuff. But really, you're not equipped to process efficiently. You know, like some of the folks we've had here on the podcast have a ton of employees. So that's their job to do what you don't want to do every day. And they have the ability to run the volume through, although that be at your goal eventually.
I wouldn't mind doing the bulk buys if I have someone processing it. But
Exactly.
once I buy it, I have to process it all myself too.
Yeah.
Before I get yelled at, I don't have to process all of it because my wife does help, and she's working for me 2 times a week now. We're working together.
Yeah.
So that is going to help. Like when we're together, we've been doing, close to $600 worth of new books every day.
That's
in
awesome.
the shop. So I'm hoping to get through all these books and finally get to go to the bins and build my Amazon back up. And a lot of these bulk buys, not all of the books are $40 books. I'm not going to waste my time on eBay with less than, $20 books. It's just not. So all that's going to go to live selling. That means even when I have a crappy show and I don't want to do another Whatnot show, I have to because I've already paid for all these books. I need to at least try to run them through Whatnot one time.
Well, you've hit on a couple of important things: your mental health and just getting out of the house. That makes me always think about, when that subject's brought up, the importance or the many reasons why you should go to a meetup.
Yeah, and that will probably refresh me going to the meetup, and then I'll get motivated again.
Yeah.
But we're doing 1 meetup, 2 meetups a year, and that's like what you're talking about. I don't take vacations. My last time off would be in the Nashville meetup where I hung out with friends.
And that was the end of April, and that was just for 2 days.
2 days. Before that, I've never gone on vacation except when we did the 127. I'm still going to consider that a vacation.
Well, yeah.
For a whole week, it was just partying with my friends.
We were there.
We were having fun.
Yeah. We were working, but just the event of doing something different from your daily grind, it can be called a vacation, right?
Yeah, but it was still had to do with reselling. Like, it's not like I went to the lake for the day and went fishing or hiking or something I'd rather be doing, or I'd rather be getting tattooed right now than dealing with reselling. Like,
it was going to the meetups and the events that we have been to together. It's just a break from your normal daily routine, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And that in itself can help you tremendously.
Yeah.
And so, we've got one coming up the end of September.
Oh, really? Maybe I'll go. Maybe they'll
tell me about it, please.
Tell me more.
Well, I just want to tell the audience, you've been hearing about these Tennessee Reseller Meetup, my gosh, for several months now. And this discussion we've been having right here on this show is another reason why it's important that if you're feeling like Alex and all of us at one time or another, you just get burnt out, you get discouraged, you get depressed when you go blank one day and you're only selling one item here, one item there. Here's the thing that I've been seeing, because I'm a member of a lot of Facebook groups They have to do with reselling. And I'm telling you, I see a lot of the same questions posted in those chats every day. The most simplest question. People are starving for information, fellas. And I know that there's content creators that don't want to do educational and instruction, and it's not fun for them to do that. But people are starving for information. Like a question I see all the time: do you promote, and what is a good rate to promote at? These are very base. That tells me there's a lot of people that are just getting started, even right now in 2025.
Yeah,
that don't have a clue of what we know to be old habits for us.
Yeah.
And we tend to forget, because we're further down the road. We tend to forget that there's people that are just now starting out on the road, and they don't know nothing. And so if you want to take that piece of information and think about, well, can I do something instructional on my channel that will actually help somebody instruction wise? Because there's so many out there that are looking for that. I think that's what Trotter was getting at when he responded. You know, people are not learning a whole lot when you see what sold. Yeah, it's interesting to see how much an item brought. But to be fair,
but
they can go on eBay and look that up.
Yeah,
you
can. And you should. If you're just getting into reselling, you should go to the sold comps, whatever niche or niche, however the heck you say that, and just look at the sold comps, and you'll learn that way too. But it's more entertaining.
That's my niece. She knows everything.
It's what?
Right?
Niece.
What?
I'm so confused.
Me too.
I just hear people saying it different.
I know, and that's what every time. I got this little niece over here. She's pretty bright. I ask her questions.
I'm burnt out on recording the what sold, but when it comes to reselling content, I only watch what sold. I think it's more helpful. You do learn more from what sold.
I don't know, man.
I don't like watching people go yard selling. I don't know. I just get nothing out of that.
Well, let me share this story with you, and this just happened last night. There's a couple that I hang out with at the Moose every weekend, and he came up to me last night. We usually sit at a table together, but he made a point to pull me aside. He says, I have been going back and watching all your videos on your channel, because he wants to get into reselling, of course. And he brought up the video about the one instruction video that I did, and it really got a lot of traction, was how to end and sell similar. And he had been selling on eBay, or his wife has, but they just haven't been getting good results. He says, we've got stuff we've had on eBay for 3 years and it ain't getting any views. And I watched that end and sell similar, and that was a revelation to us. We had no idea to do that with your items. And I'm like, yeah, because it assigns it a new item number. It tells the algorithm, it kind of tricks it, if you want to use that word, into thinking that's a newly listed item, and therefore they'll push it out.
Yeah. So
it's people like that want to see that kind of content. And I got to quit using my hands so much. I look like Gavin Gruesome or whatever his name is.
Newsom?
California governor, whatever.
Gavin Newsom? I mean, you're a little
Slick Willie, whatever his name is.
Scumbaggy, but not that scumbag.
Yeah,
come on. That's taking it to another level, Ben.
Yeah, he's a scumbag. But anyway, my point is, whether you like to do that kind of content or not, people are starving for information. And I can see both sides of what you're saying. What solds, I used to watch those a lot. I used to do a lot of those on my channel, but times change. With YouTube, what works today won't work tomorrow.
Yeah.
And instruction video, especially if you want to attract new viewers, they want to learn. And I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, and I think you're right in a way, because a what sold video is not evergreen. It's a moment in time. So I don't think that's something that's a ranking video that's going to be seen over and over again. I think that's something you're doing for today, and then it'll go away. So I think though, if you do things like instructions and teach them how to do, you could actually rank that video where it could monetize. Once you get monetized, be something that would pay you dividends a year from now, even it takes you that year to get there. So I think Got to look at evergreen entertainment, something that'll rank it and be seen. And then, how to go ahead.
I agree with that. I just will never make a how-to video. Like, that's just not my style.
Well, consider this. Why can't you marry the idea of doing both in one video? Because there's creators that they'll do some what solds, and then they'll move to a little teaching segment, and then they'll go back to what solds. So you mix a little bit of both.
I've approached things like that too, and have, but
But the only reason I started these Amazon mystery box videos is because, to me, I think the viewer is going to be just as interested to see what's in those boxes as I am. I mean, every time I tell everybody, hey, I went and picked up new box. Well, have you opened it all up yet? I couldn't wait. I'd go ahead and blow through them all. Well, for purposes of creating video, I'm not going to blast through all of them, but people want to see, because it's the element of surprise and mystery, and it keeps people engaged in the video because they want to see what you're going to pull out of the box next. So that's why I thought, okay, this might be a good viable path. It's evergreen.
An argument that's kind of like a what sold. It hasn't sold yet, but no one knows what I'm going to say. This sold for this much. Next,
well, and instead of showing the money I made, I'm showing the potential profit you can make if you want to invest in Amazon mystery boxes, which to me is evergreen, because that is a avenue of sourcing. So, it's just we can't get stuck in doing the same thing we always do. This business is constantly changing, like eBay. You were talking about it earlier, Alex. eBay makes changes and updates the site every time we fart. And it's something new and different, and we got to do the same thing in our business. And I don't think you can do reselling with a set concrete business model. I think you always got to have something set, so to speak, but you also got to have a plan B, C, and D to pivot around to keep the machine going. Yeah.
We're still kind of limited on content creation when it comes to reselling, though. You can do the how-to videos, an educational video, picking video, what sold video. Well, I can't record at the Goodwill bin, so I would do like a haul video at the end of my day, but I don't know.
Here's the thing. I wonder how many people who start on YouTube, I wonder if they set a long-term end goal of where they want the channel to be. And I'm talking details. If you start a channel tomorrow, okay, where do you want your channel to be at in 5 years? And I'm talking view averages, hours watched, subscribers, money you're making. What is your monetary goal with YouTube and your channel? If you don't have one, you can't hit a target if you're not aiming at it. People just aimlessly, and I've done that, they just aimlessly throw videos just to get videos. And you're worried about the algorithm, and they're worried about a video taking off and a video that didn't. But then what is your end goal to begin with by doing it? What is the purpose in doing it, period? If you don't have a purpose, then why do it? And that's not just, I'm not just talking to you guys. I'm talking to anybody that's struggling doing videos. What is your end goal with this channel? Are you wanting to make $500 a month from it? Okay, that's a goal. Do you not have any delusions of grandeur that you're going to make an income from it? Then why are you doing it? If you're not enjoying it and you're treating it like an everyday, I have to, you don't have to.
No, you don't. And I'm only doing it for the community aspect of it.
Yeah.
I don't care if I make money. And I'm just feeling like that right now, the burnt out on. I just need to get away from the what sold, so it's entertaining to me too. So I need to figure out something else.
It is awesome to freely take your time and dedication to put out information to the community, because you're a contributor.
Yeah.
In helping the community and helping the community grow in knowledge. And there's nothing wrong with that. And everyone should have that goal, but don't put so much pressure on yourself. I mean, the community will continue to grow and progress, whether we add a video into it or not. I mean, ultimately, if you want to get down to the truth, it's going to be just fine.
If we're not putting out videos, then you're not really part of the community, unless you're in all the lives and you're still putting your name out there so people remember you. Because let's say I don't put out a video for a month, People are going to forget my name in a month if I'm not on YouTube. If I
Okay.
quit Beard
You
King,
do
I
have-
quit this podcast, the lack little social life that I even have is all based around YouTube. I
Okay.
have no other friends except who I know on YouTube.
Okay. So now we're talking about something different now. Are you doing the channel so that you would be known?
I don't know.
So you would have a little notoriety in the community?
I guess.
Because there are more resellers who do not do YouTube, but they come to the meetups and they're just fine.
Yeah.
They're participating in the community because they come to the events. They invest their time and money to come. They contribute when they're there.
Mm-hmm.
They build the relationships. They network, but they don't do YouTube at all.
Yeah.
So
and that goes back to my other argument. There's benefits of being on YouTube the opportunities that happen for me and doors have opened for me just because I do YouTube. So regardless if I make money on YouTube, I am benefiting.
yes.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near ever monetize. I don't think I'll ever get around to that. But I enjoy the, trying to show people what you know, show them what you got. I think it's a good way to be a part of the community and maybe give somebody some entertainment. Me and Mike, I would have never really got to know Mike if I didn't have my channel. And then, oh yeah, I pocket changed, and then, I met him at a FlipCon, and then I had a couple other meetups, and then we got to be really good friends, and I talked to him all the time. So,
yep.
I probably wouldn't have needed to he didn't have a presence, and now he does. But I think it's a way to give back, and it's fun. It's something for me to do on the side. Right now, I've been reading. My store's on hold because I'm in a transition for the last month. And this month, I have spent all my time watching YouTube videos on how to build a channel right. And that's what I'm trying to do with my new channel, is take 18 different gurus' ideas and try to figure out how not to monetize, but to get, I would love to, you're right, spend an hour making a video and get 4 views is disheartening.
Yeah.
But you got to keep doing that. And eventually, you're going to hit something right. And then all those ones that are in your back catalog, once you start going, those views count. It could take 2 years for a video to be found or the algorithm to figure out who you are. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're flying. Or maybe you do it for 8 years and it never happens. But you know what? When you pass on, there's something there somebody else can watch. It's our, the building up a future, having a legacy in a way.
Yeah. I mean,
YouTube videos never go away.
Right.
Until the YouTube
I'm not trying to discourage
all the videos.
I'm not trying to discourage anyone
Doom
from
and
doing
gloom,
YouTube.
brother.
I'm not trying to discourage anybody from not doing a YouTube channel. I'm just saying, if you don't have defined reasons, benefits, and purpose and goals for it, then you're just out here farting in the wind. And well, to be a part of the community, there's so many ways that you are that through social media platforms. Even if you never record another video on your channel, Alex, and you just did a live once a week, this show, we do this show once a week. It's a consistent contribution of whatever you want to call this.
Yeah. And
what we get into here.
And there was months where I wasn't putting out anything on my channel because I know I'm here once a week. So
yeah,
I'm here every
the
once
other
a week,
thing,
but then
too.
I started trying to grow my own channel again and doing 1 to 2 videos. And
well, I went 9 months without putting out a video on my channel.
Yeah.
I took
people
9
didn't
months
forget
off.
about you because you were here every week, though, too. So your name's still talked about.
Okay, let me ask you this, because you've brought this up now twice, so it must be a real big deal. Why would you worry if people forget about you for this one reason only? Because why would you worry if people forget about you? Because you're not dependent upon them for you to make your income. So why would you worry about that?
I'm not worried about it.
Well, there's something that's hooked.
No.
But really, let's be real. If let's say we didn't do our channels anymore. Let's say we didn't do this anymore. And they forget about us. What real loss have we experienced monetarily?
Monetarily, nothing, because we're not making any money by doing YouTube.
Yeah.
I would actually make more money if I didn't do social media, because it takes, if I were to look at my time that I spend posting and all, hours a day.
Now, I'm sure we're going to get a lot of comments down below about all this, but you have to do what is right for you. You have to do what is healthy for you. You have to focus your time and energy on what is producing and making you money. And if that means letting some things go, you got to let some things go.
I mean, if you want to be YouTube famous, really, we're all in the wrong niche.
Yes.
You have to do so much extra. You have to do so much extra to grab this small group of people. So, we're in a huge pond trying to get guppies. I mean, if you decided, I love to cook. If I did a cooking thing, I think I could probably get that built up quicker. Or, if you went into beard grooming, if you went into beard grooming, Alex, and you just did different weird with your beard, and did a channel on that, I think you would blow the hell up. There's the greatest beard in picking.
But there's tons of people that have beard channels too. I have a family channel. I've done a motorcycle channel. It's the same struggle in any part of YouTube. It is. You start at the bottom. There's other beard channel. You know how quickly I get over talking about my beard? How many things can I talk about combing my damn beard?
Well, at the end of the day, fellas, everybody's after just keeping their bills paid, right? Keeping the bills paid, keep the lifeline going with the families. That's the bottom line to everything.
I don't want to make this episode about me whining and crying, complaining. That's just where I'm at.
Oh,
so
we're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it because I'm on the opposite side this time.
Hey, Alex, how are your feet? That's what I need to know about.
My feet are
Anybody
soft
got bad feet in this group? That seems to help.
Yeah, your butt's pedicured crazies.
My feet haven't seen sunlight in 20 years. I never take my socks off because it would hurt my sensitive feet.
You had to when you went to the pool yesterday.
No, I got swimming socks.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you know what? After the pool, my feet hurt.
Oh my gosh.
That's why no one touches my feet and gets pedicure. I don't get pedicures because I can't stand people touching my feet.
It is no lie, guys, that once you attend the meet, and I'm not saying, we're not talking about this just to plug the meetup coming up, but we're telling you the truth. When you get around other people and you can actually spend just a little quality time with someone you can identify with and talk about each other's struggles, we all of us have way more in common than we don't have in common. And sometimes it's good to hear about other people's struggles because it makes you realize, hey, I ain't the only one going through this, and they're still alive and kicking and they're still pushing through. So can I. And you walk away from a meetup, I know, rejuvenated. And that's where you go to get your batteries charged. I mean, you look at any sales organizations that the bulk of the company's money is dependent upon individual salespeople. They have monthly or maybe quarterly motivational conferences to recharge re-inspire their salespeople, because it does get old. It does get monotonous. It does get discouraging. It does get lonely. You do fight depression sometimes. But our meetup structure, which that's the reason why Mike Metco put his channel together, is to inform the community of where all these little meetups and events are going on so you can get plugged in. And that's a term that I learned a long time ago. You got to get plugged into the system. And one of those plugs is getting into a meetup and really get to know real people face to face and learn that you're not in this by yourself, even though it feels like it, but you're not. So I don't know how well we've cheered you up, Alex, but we tried. Go get a pedicure. You'll feel better.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
I don't know, man. You know what? I've always watched your stuff. I still watch your stuff. I enjoy it, and I like how you bring your family into it, and your daughter's helping you. I mean, that's inspirational. I wish my kids weren't in their 30s. My kids actually watch my stuff. That's kind of fun. My youngest is, trying to start his own YouTube channel. We kind of raced. I beat him to 1,000. I hit 1,000. He knew it before I did because he sent me a text, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Didn't realize he was paying that close attention. So,
What up, everybody? Beard King Picker here.
Yeah.
With some what solds for your viewing enjoyment.
Well, you can.
Although you did sell that Hulk Hogan book. I felt that was weird that you took advantage of his death like that. No, I'm just kidding.
And you're so precise on your openings, man. I'm like, dude, why can't you do that on here? You're like, Beard King Picker here.
But he edits for like an hour, so he does that 14 times and finds the best one.
No. Everything I say on all my videos is all one take. I don't retake anything really, but I do edit out the mistakes. You are different. Into my video, they're usually all the bloopers at the end.
Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah,
you are different. You do have a different persona on your videos than you are when you're on here. By the way, I just wanted to point that out. You're a little different.
Yeah. Well, you can't just. I don't know.
You can just be yourself and fling the mud on the wall and do everything but commit Harry Carey and just let her rip, Tater Chip. Bless it. We're trying to help you.
That would be really boring, though. It's like live selling. You can't just be like, oh, this item we're going to run for $1. It's a freaking another book. Yay. Let's
you get yourself a little spinning thing.
Like, you got to bring personality.
I got
energetic.
Oh, Jefferson, wow. This is Nancy Drew. I like
Jefferson. I got to tell you something.
Nancy Drews. Whole bunch of Nancy.
Yeah,
Jefferson, in 2 years, I have never seen him like this.
Yeah, I know. I've seen every episode. I've only been on a few of them. And it's weird to see him. He's the most, actually, he's the most up person I know about everything. And then he gets on here and he sounds like fucking Eeyore. Excuse my language. Edit that out. And I want to put
Eeyore!
If he's depressed, what the hell, man?
Yeah. I feel pretty freaking sucky now, dude.
There by yourself with your chicken? I mean, come on. This guy. Hey, man, hang in there. It'll get better. I've been there too with you list, and then you just it's not
just
going anywhere.
Hang in there like a big booger in a fat man's nose.
There you go.
I'm sorry for the depressing episode, everyone.
No, it wasn't a depressing.
How depressed him? I don't even want to look at another damn book the rest of my life.
I cannot believe that.
And I have
you shouldn't have nieced down.
3,000 to list.
Yes, what you did, dude. Jefferson hit the nail on the head. You dulled it down to one thing and it's become boring for you. Finally, after me saying books are so boring, they're so boring. There's no excitement with books, bro. Come on. When you can sell maxi pads and dildos, it's a lot more exciting.
And you went from every day going to SummerSlam at the Goodwill bins.
SummerSlam.
You went from anything could happen. Somebody might die for a book or whatever. I could see where you were like, this sucks, because you went from having interaction and doing that stuff. So maybe,
there's actually human interaction there too. And like friends I had at the bins.
Yeah,
too.
Exactly. So maybe until we
Which
get
is
a warehouse.
Crazy. I went yard selling and then ran into one at the yard sale the other day.
That's cool.
Alex, I love you, brother. But if I had to work in your workspace, it would just depress me just by being in the room, because I feel like I'm working at a library, and that's the most boringest place in the world is a library.
There's always hot chicks there who wear glasses, so I'm in.
I go to the library at least once a week too.
I don't. I used to.
But
I just
really,
do audiobooks.
Jefferson, I think you're on to something about how he niched down to just books and it's become
I don't think
boring.
that. I think it's the hauls too, because if you think about it, when you were at the Goodwill bins, that was kind of exciting. I mean,
Yeah, and I was
there's
still only
always
getting
something
books.
going on.
I've
And
been
you went
selling
from
books
that
for
to
6 years. I
yeah, it's
started
not
with
that.
books, and I went to other things.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but
when I'm looking at live selling, I don't want to do books live selling. I don't.
you
I
got
want to get
away.
into storage units and not knowing what I'm running next type of deal is what I want to do.
You
Okay.
got away from items that you enjoyed. You know, like you used to load up for Q4 with a bunch of vintage toys, and you loved the He-Man stuff, and you loved
Yeah.
finding and
But
selling
like
that
we were
stuff.
talking about earlier, eBay changes. That stuff doesn't sell anymore. Vintage toys market has crashed, in my opinion, has crashed on eBay. My sales are better from niching down, though. My sales are
Yeah.
steady. I make more money because my ROI on a book is, I can't even tell you how many books I bought yesterday for $12. One of those books is a $75 book.
That's nice.
That's why I will always I'll sell books. Maybe to break up the boring book stuff and do live selling and sell clothing because I like doing clothing.
I got to remember what episode number this was because he freely came out and said boring books.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it.
I heard
I don't
fairy
find it-
lamps aren't selling anymore too.
Huh?
I heard fairy lamps don't sell like they used to
Fairy
on a
lamps.
podcast. I don't know. I guess you have to have a manly lamp.
You didn't win, Ben. I don't find all books boring. My last show was boring because I'm selling novels. I find the old vintage books entertaining, and I would like to. My goal to get through all these other books and do like sci-fi and fantasy books because I find the 70s fantasy books and sci-fi stuff entertaining. Like I could show a book on Whatnot and literally talk for 5 minutes making fun of the cover art.
Yeah. So
I like stuff like that. I'm just not selling that live right now.
Okay. Well, let's get to this.
You know
Let's
where
do-
I'm at, Ben? Everything in reselling is boring to me, right?
I
Doesn't matter
feel
what
you.
item.
I think that message has come across super clearly.
I'm done. I'm over this.
Well, let's do a couple segments. Our audience has been bearing with us, pretty much all year where we've had so many guests on the.
Ben said if I quit, no one's will miss me anyways.
Oh, come on. I cannot believe this. We're going to have a phone conference session.
Only do things that I make money at. All right, guys. Bye.
All right.
I guess I have to go back to male dancing.
Yeah.
Let's do a sale of the week, shall we? You got some sales?
All I have is boring books to show.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it.
My store's been on vacation for a month. I did sell a belt buckle on Poshmark because I forgot to go on vacation. So when I went home last weekend, I pulled it, shipped it.
Okay. This
Talk
one
about
is
boring. Is it another one of those damn dolls?
Yeah, an
Make fun
international
of my
sale.
feet, but you go to sell nothing but dolls.
International sale. This person bought 5 presidents, and it went international, which, I've got 3 shelves full of these things. And then I turned out to sell 4 more over the weekend.
That was a good buy.
Oh yeah, dude. I've already made my money back a long
I
time
thought it
ago.
was the worst buy ever, but you proved me wrong.
We got to put him at the bottom because he's just
Yeah, so
Eeyore.
we can be punching down on him.
Eeyore. Everything is bad.
Oh no, I lost my tail again.
Lost my tail.
Hey
What we
Pooh, can you
gonna
come
do?
stick my tail back on my big fat ass?
I've got a dick dude. Stick out further than my dick dude.
All right, well, here's my sale of the week.
Yeah, I'd be depressed over that sale too, man.
134.
Nice.
This came out of the last big bulk buy I did. I did 10% off, and then I sent off another 10%, so 20% off to get this sale.
A 3-volume book set.
Yep, brand new, sealed. So slowly chipping away at what I got into this stuff.
Cool.
That's good.
But
What about Jefferson? You got anything or?
I ain't got shit.
All right. How about this? Let's go with find of the week. Mine, I went and bought 5 Amazon boxes. Go to the Rocky Top Picker channel to find out what was in them.
Find of the week. It's upstairs. Would be the $75 book. Yeah, that's it.
$75 book.
For $1.
Oh, really? Where'd that come from?
Yard selling.
Okay.
Oh, you know what I found? Let me go grab it. Not worth. I don't know if it's worth anything, but it's cool.
All right.
I find of the week.
Okay, what's that? Bags of potato chips? What is that, dude?
It's fake Captain Crunch. Walmart was discounting them. They're good for like another 6 months, and they were $0.25 a bag.
Malta Meal brand, right?
Yeah, Malta Meal brand, very colossal crunch.
Yeah, I eat those, but it's the equivalent of Cocoa Pebbles.
Yeah, they were $0.25 a bag. I bought $3 worth, so I got
Nice.
celery the next month for $3.
This segment's
What?
going to turn into what we found to survive.
The problem is I like that really expensive Fairlife milk. So that's like $5 a jug. So
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know
dude.
really
It's
that's
good
just
milk, but
That's the
golly,
best milk ever.
it's pricey. All right, what's that?
It's just a weird statue that I had to have for $3. It's a guy on
That
a
is
park
cool.
bench. It's just
That
cool.
ain't real bronze, is it?
It's made in Italy. I haven't looked it up at all yet. I just thought it was cool, so I was like, for $3, I'm gonna set it on my shelf.
Yeah. It's like,
It's
a hobo.
Yeah, it's like a hobo.
Yeah.
That
I
is
like it.
cool.
I don't know. It's just a personal thing. I had to buy it. It could be worth a lot of money. I have no idea, or worth nothing. But for $3, you know.
Did you ever
brings
sell
you
that
joy.
that wall hanging that had mushrooms and stuff in it that you got at 127? You should sell that. Those are bringing good money.
I bought mushrooms at 127. I don't remember.
No, dude, it was an interior decor piece that had like mushrooms in it and some dry plants. I remember.
Oh yeah. That's on my wall. That was for my wife. Like
Oh.
dried flowers. Like we collect stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Let's y'all got a comment you can pull up and read? We were just reviewing them before we recorded here. Go to a viewer comment. For those of you that
has
I
no
like
idea
the rural
why.
squirrel. Oh my God. I love this so much. I like that.
Okay, so to remind viewers that maybe just picked up this episode, last week we had the consignment chat girls on screen with us here in the locker room, and it turned into personal hygiene for some reason. Pedicures, manicures, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, they had an interesting take on their business. How they do reselling is through consignment. So if you've not checked out that episode, go down into our library and click on the consignment gals.
That was
Check
a fun
that out.
episode. It wasn't so
was.
depressing like this one. Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Debbie
I decided
Downer.
not to drink this episode.
We're sorry about Debbie Downer. He's on loan from SNL.
The other comment I liked was from Dave's Decades. It said, "Great episode. It was fun to learn all the different ways other resell, and how they got started. It should be others. Threw me off on the West."
All right, let me just jump to this. East Tennessee Reseller Meetup, September 26th and 28th. Time is ticking down. You still can make your reservations and attend for free. Go to our Reseller Locker Room Facebook group page, click on the event tab, click that link that is to register yourself to save yourself your seat or seats. And also, if you can't attend, but you'd like to contribute to the cause, because there is a lot of expense that goes to this, you can click on the sponsorship link also there on our group page. We want to thank all of our paid anchor sponsors that you see now on your screen. Bottom right corner, Consignment Chat Girls. Those are the ones that were on our show last week. Go check those out. And you can see the rest that we have listed there as well. Also, they're at the $100 donation level. Or you can do an individual sponsorship. As you can see here, the following resellers logos listed. Most have YouTube channels you can go check out. They donated $20 or more. And then also ones that we don't have on the screen is Roman from Roman Adventures on YouTube.
No, He changed
What?
his name. Roman changed his name again.
What is it? What's his
Reseller Life?
Reseller Life? Well, anyway, anybody that knows Roman, he's
Well,
big Russian.
He was doing live again.
Then we want to thank Jeffrey Fisher, who contributed $50 to the cause. We thank you, Jeff. He'll be coming to the meetup. Can't wait to spend some time with him again. So come and check it out, folks. The meetup, and the attendance is absolutely free. Don't know the latest count on hotels, but again, we have the Hampton Inn in Greenville, Tennessee, and the Quality Inn right behind it. You're 2 miles away from the Moose Lodge. You can call or go online, book your room. And I've been putting the timeline together, and upcoming shows here on this channel, we're going to get into detail with you, the viewer, of what the timeline is going to look like from start to finish. So we invite you to thumbs up this video, subscribe if you haven't, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we drop a video, which is typically every Thursday at 9 a.m. And we'll be doing a lot more discussion about the meetup as we get closer to it. We've just rolled in to August, but September will be here before we know it. Time seems to fly as the closer we get. So we'd love to see you here in G Vegas at the end of September. Come and get your batteries recharged. Bring all your depressive thoughts. And
what time at the meetup are we curing reseller depression?
We're going to have a therapy session. I'm adding that into the timeline. I'm going to add a therapy session in the timeline just for you people that are so, I don't know what you want to call it, down on yourselves.
So Ben, I would call it when we're Ben, when we're feeling like Ben. Because
if anybody should be down, it ought to be me, man. Because
I know you got no woman, life sucks.
Yeah, you got people in your household to bitch to, and I don't have anybody but myself and you guys.
I'm alone too. Look, my little dinky shack.
I live in the basement. My wife sticks me in the basement, says list stuff on eBay. Don't come up until you've made enough money to pay the bills.
Ooh,
it's a rough life.
That is a rough life.
Good luck with that. Down there.
Anyway, this has been the Reseller Locker Room. Thanks for joining us here this week, everybody.
I got something. You always ask what we got. I got something. Can you guys please join the membership? At least just the tip, so I can make some money, so I don't have to quit the podcast. Because Ben said only do things that make you money. And what else? What are you doing if you're not?
That's right. I'm glad you reminded me. These are our paid members to the Locker Room: Wolfman Goodies, Mike Camparelli, Mary McQueen, Jefferson Trash to Cash Podcast, Jefferson Flips. I'm sorry, I have to change that name. Vintage Sports Flips, Good Water Pickers, Rick Rotman, Reselling with Woody, Eagles, Beagles, and Biscuit Butt. You can join at various different membership levels from $1.99 up to $9.99, and we'd love to have you a part of our Locker Room. Have you on the show sometime in the future. Join the cause, because we've been at this, Alex, 2 years now, and we want the family to grow.
Jefferson, your other channel should join and give us money too.
Yeah, okay. I'll work on that. I got like 4 channels, so I get paid $40 a month to be here. That'll be good.
Nice.
As long as I can split that with Ben and get $20.
Yes.
I'll just get let me just get your account. I'll just send you the money. I don't think Ben's sharing, so.
No, he's not.
Oh, now.
I'm just playing with you. You do all the work.
All right. Anything else, fellas, before we wrap it up?
I got nothing.
Call your therapist, ladies and gentlemen, after watching this show. If anything has affected you negatively, we apologize.
I don't.
I mean,
I hope you're a depressed reseller now too.
Ben, if you meet a girl and she said she used to be a Christian, make sure she's talking about the religion.
Goodness. All right. On that note, I'm Ben, Alex, Jeffy. We'll see y'all next time right here on the Locker Room. Go out there and crush it, because what else have you got to do except sit around and complain? Goodbye, everybody.
So much more I could be doing.